Just a few days ago, the Russian military announced it had used a long-range caliber cruise missile to target and destroy a weapons and ammunition depot in the Lviv region of western Ukraine. Russian Defense Ministry spokesman, Igor Konashenkov, said the depot was housing NATO-supplied weapons, 1,200 manpads, about 1,500 anti-tank missile systems, at least 30 pieces of artillery, and tens of thousands of ammunition. This isn't the first time the Russians have used the caliber in Ukraine since February 24. Although Putin's war aims have now shifted strictly to the east, Russian forces continue to use high-precision weapons like the caliber in other regions to disrupt the international supply of weapons to Ukraine and to destroy military, and often civilian, infrastructure. The 3M14 caliber, NATO, SSN-30A, is a land attack cruise missile, LACM, and an improved version of the 3M14E Club LACM. It has an estimated range of somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 kilometers and is today a focal point of the Russian Navy's ground strike capabilities. Either ship or submarine-based, the caliber carries a 450 kg warhead able to be armed both conventionally and nuclear. The missile is 6.2 meters long and features turbojet propulsion. One part of a family component. In service since 2015, the 3M14 is really part of a larger family of caliber missiles despite its portrayal in media reports of being a single missile. This family includes the SSN-27, Sizzler, anti-ship missile and the 91R anti-submarine missile. Despite differences, the key commonality in the missiles is the sharing of common vertical launch system, VLS, tubes. Becoming a focal point of the Russian Navy's cruise missile launch capabilities, the service is planning on deploying the caliber to all new nuclear and non-nuclear submarines, corvettes, frigates, and larger surface ships. According to a high-ranking Russia defense industry official cited in a U.S. Office of Naval Intelligence report, this deployment will give significant offensive capabilities to even smaller platforms such as corvettes. Because of the caliber's range and precision, these ships can put distant targets at risk, allowing the Russian military to deter, threaten, and destroy such targets more easily. Outside of Ukraine, use of the caliber has been relatively limited. In October 2015, Russia launched 23 at anti-Assad regime forces in Syria, firing these from Russian naval assets in the Caspian Sea. Demonstrating the missile's ability to fly long distances with precision, these missiles flew 1,800 kilometers before reaching their targets. As Northcom Commander William Gortney described the event, there's no operational or tactical requirement to do it. They're messaging us they have this capability. Most recently, reporting has suggested that Russia is further upgrading its caliber technology. Though details are scant, the caliber's producer Almaz Anti has said the improvement will increase combat efficiency. However, it remains unclear if any changes will match the power and versatility of the roughly comparable U.S. Tomahawk missile. Modern Tomahawks are sophisticated weapons, often able to utilize two-way data links to share target details in flight, to loiter near targets before receiving additional targeting information, and strike moving enemy ships. A lot of noise has been made about the caliber's use in Ukraine, and some of it is justified. The missile is capable of precision strikes from great distances. With Russian naval assets positioned around the globe in some of the world's most strategically relevant locations, this is a weapon that will remain a threat for years to come. Alex Bentley is a recent graduate of the Tufts University Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy, where he was an International Security Studies Civil Resistance Fellow and Senior Editor with the Fletcher Security Review. The head of Britain's armed forces last night insisted Russia has already strategically lost the war in Ukraine, as the UK announced more backing for Kyiv and Eastern Europe. Admiral Sir Tony Radakin said Russia was a more diminished power capable only of tiny territorial gains after nearly 4 months of fighting. It has effectively seized control of Ukraine's eastern regions, but at a huge cost, estimated to be a quarter of its military resources, he added. It is running out of troops and advanced missiles and would never be able to take over the remainder of the country. He spoke as the Defense Secretary Ben Wallace announced the UK has bought more than 20 M109 long-range guns to send to Ukraine. The Belgian-made weapons fire 155mm shells accurate up to 25 miles. Britain could also send more troops to Estonia and lead a brigade there, to deter Russia from invading the Baltic country, Mr. Wallace said. Admiral Sir Tony said the invasion of Ukraine was a dreadful mistake, adding, "Russia will never take control of Ukraine. The Russian machine is grinding away, and it's gaining a couple of 2, 3, 5 kilometers every day." But President Putin has used about 25% of his army's power to gain a tiny amount of territory and 50,000 people either dead or injured. Russia is failing. It might be getting some tactical successes over the last few weeks. And those might continue for the next few weeks. But Russia is losing strategically. One reason is that NATO is stronger, with Finland and Sweden looking to join. And we are supporting Ukraine, which has shown how courageous it really is. The UK is in this for the long haul. The UK is providing multiple launch rocket systems and has just delivered 120 armored fighting vehicles. It has also provided highly effective NLAW anti-tank missiles. Yesterday more military hardware was announced. Mr. Wallace said, "We are deploying over 20 plus 155mm self-propelled guns, M109s. We have refurbished them and they are starting to go in." He told how the UK would transform its 2 battle groups in Estonia into a bigger combat unit with major reinforcements on standby at home. The establishment of brigades, units with some 3,000 to 5,000 troops, would significantly bolster NATO's presence in the Baltic states.